Y'all, all my videos are for entertainment purposes, so let's keep it real. Don't try any of this at home.
I bet Dad has no idea what to get Mom for an anniversary gift.
Welcome to a tiny magical little kingdom called Bithaca. Vlog 13, Where the Water Flows. Well, hey! Welcome back, y'all. It is awfully nice to see you again. To support my channel, subscribe and click the notification button so you know whenever I release a new video. If you like my channel, please smash the like button. Come on, y'all. Let's go see what adventures is happening today. In episode 20, I explain all about why Kara is in Bithaca, and that her grandfather, King Balwin of Waitak, and King Blaze are friends. The two kings simply just wanted the little princess to have a little freedom to be able to do things for herself, but that's a future story. While in Bithaca, there are so many things for her to learn, and she has a huge crush on King Blaze. However, whenever she's around him, she loses all ability to speak any language that's recognizable by anyone. Well, I think we're all caught up. Y'all, I try my best to make sure that the next story picks up where the last one left off. And that was with Princess Kara being kind of excited about seeing her crush tomorrow to explain about seeing something down in the caverns. And I already knew that all the stories were going to be leading to Toby Robot. He works down in the mines. His job is to keep all the little caverns and mine area and stuff like that cleaned up so that you don't get hurt. In episode 14, we finally catch up with this shy robot. So to continue my story, I was going to send the father and daughter down in the caverns to see if they could find him. There's always a pit stop at the bakery before any adventure. Fairy Joy's bakery has so many things to choose from that it almost always takes a while. As my own anniversary is coming up, I thought I could kind of incorporate that into this story, for Ari needing to find a place to take Blossom for their anniversary. So I had Kara tell them all about the Blue Mushroom Cave as being a romantic place to go to. And seeing the shadows move down there, that was actually Toby. And then I had my story. So I drew Ari and Layla, and then I placed them in the cave pictures that I had already drawn. Looks really good. If you look at the background of this picture, I just turned the characters over, placed them on the wall, and zoomed in to get it to look like they were climbing, but it kind of made them a little blurry too, but that's okay. So be careful when cropping your pictures. Once they get to the top, I added Toby, but it scared Toby, so he kind of shook them off and they fell down. So I drew this scene so they could land in the water. Of course, I did my little slits in it so I could put them in there to make it look like they had fallen into the water. This wasn't actually the time to find Toby, so I needed something to discourage them. So I thought, what all happens in water? And I thought of the whirlpool, so now I have to make one. So I drew it, I colored it in, and then I cut the little spirals out. But you can see behind it, I didn't want that because I needed to kind of blend like normal. So I added the white backing like I normally do. See? And that way it was one solid sheet so that when I move the characters around that I'm going to place on here, it's going to look like they're actually in the water. At least I hoped. See? I was going to stick them in there, and I wanted you to see that white and not, anything like the table here. And I'm going to stick them under there, and it's just going to spiral around until they get all the way to the center. But I had a thought on this part as well, that maybe I needed to do something with my characters. Y'all, this is where I learned that some of my pictures was a little too big for once I got to the center. So I drew them again, and I drew them smaller. See? They're cute, aren't they? I like them. And then that way I could put them in the center and it looked like they had gotten farther away. So this is where I learned that sometimes you're going to have to draw your characters more than once and different sizes. Look there. That's going to work out just fine. And when I did it, I scooched them along little by little, and each time, they were in a different spot until I got to the small ones. I was done. Then I drew a water spout to set in the middle for once they got there so that it would raise them up and then drop them back down in the water. For the water spout, I just laid the characters on top as I had already drawn them. Now, for the fun part, I needed to make a cave scene that Kara found the little robot in and Layla and her dad spotted him in. But I hadn't made it yet, so what was I going to do? Y'all, here is the beautiful cave scene that I used in the episode 13. And here's what you didn't see. I reused the tops of my soda drinks for mushrooms, for the blue mushrooms. As a bit of a rock collector, I used some of the rocks in the scene. Of course, I used the blue Gene aquarium rocks. I painted some styrofoam to use as the cave walls, but that paint melted the styrofoam, y'all. So I put behind everything all of the cave scenes that I had already drawn. And that made the image that we used. I had a lot of fun putting this one together. And I'm awfully glad that I can start reusing some of the stuff I've already drawn. It makes the scenes and the episodes go a whole lot faster. And as I'm catching up to myself, that is wonderful, y'all. It was sure nice spending some time with you. Y'all come on back for our next adventure. We'd love to see you. Until we meet again, be kind to one another. Bye now.
We sure do thank you all for tapping those buttons. Like, subscribe, and share.
May the magic of wonder always fill your heart.